Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Redstone tutorial with my life in Minecraft. Today I made retractable dining tables and chairs, and I wanted to, I know they've been around for a while, but I wanted to make a video on how to build them and how all the redstone works and everything else. This was the first one I made that has just the one wide table and the 6 retractable chairs. That was the first one. This is the second one I built. I didn't want the button so close to the ground, so I lifted it up one and made it 2 wide with 6 retractable chairs again. As you can see, of course, it works. And then when I was messing around with all that, I was like, what if I had like a bar? So I came up with this real quickly. Only thing I don't like about it is that you can see the pistons through the half blocks there, but other than that, I'm pretty happy with the overall result. You know, you got your chairs and your bar across the wall. Doesn't take up too much space, and I don't know, I think it looks pretty nice, really. But anyways, the main focus on this was the this table right here. I'm gonna cut out here in a second and get straight into how the redstone works and how you go about building this. Alright, this is underneath the dining room table and chairs. This is all the redstone it takes to wire up the entire thing. And from this block right here to the other side over here is a 10 by 14 area. And of course, from the ground surface down to the dirt I'm standing on is 4 blocks deep. So out here, I've started a 10 by 14 area, and I'm going to hollow it out so we have the big empty room that we can put all the redstone in. Alright, now that I've hollowed that out and replaced the outside wall with wool, I was going to place our floor, but the roof of the redstone room. And when I was looking at this one to make sure I built it the exact same so I know everything will work out, I found that this edge, this wooden edge that goes around your table, is right on the edge of the 14 by 10 room. So we're going to just replace this whole edge with wood, and I believe it's 1 block in, and that's on all sides. Okay, and then we're going to build here and here. Oops. We're going to want pistons there, and I'm not counting this out or anything. I'm just working out where these pistons need to go. Those are the wrong pistons. We will need sticky pistons. We will not need red wool for a while. So let's find normal pistons and just build up until it's on the ground level with these planks here. And of course I'm going to place them terribly. It's only because you guys are watching. Alright, and now that would be one chair, skip a space, chair, skip a place, chair. So destroy those. Then we're going to need sticky pistons for the chairs. So you skip 1 block. Let me turn it daytime. So you're going to skip 1 block right here and drop down, and you're going to want a sticky piston right there. Just do every other one, and do that on the opposite side as well. And then destroy the ones you don't need. Okay. And goodbye. So, now we've got that laid out, we can take our wood, go around the outside. We're going to put our chairs just like so. And then I fill the outside up with wool just because I like it to be trimmed with something. I think it looks nice. And here. Actually, wait. My goodness. Well, it has nothing to do with the functionality, it's just I made it look bad. I believe these right here are supposed to be the wood blocks. Yeah. I think so. I think it looks better. There's wood blocks all the way around the outside, like so. And then I put wool, put dark wool in between all the chairs, and right here. So it makes like a square, but every wool block is interrupted by a piston or a staircase. Then I took the outside. I know none of this really matters because it's all personal opinion as far as looks and decoration, but I'm going to do it anyways. And almost done. There we go. So that will be our room. And these are our tables that are going to come up and the chairs that are going to come up. And this is bothering me. So before I cut out and start the next section, okay. And there's the start to your dining room. So now we get to do the fun part. And that's, of course, the redstone, which is why you're probably here in the first place. So, the first problem I came across was that I wanted them all to go up and down simultaneously. I didn't want to have to push extra buttons. I just one click and it all happens. And when I first started, I was like, okay, well, I'll just wire these up because they'll be the easiest. And what I'm doing now is placing red wool blocks underneath them, because anything that's going to hold a torch or redstone will be red wool, and the rest will just be white wool. And then I was like, well, how can I power these? I was like, I could just run redstone to the back side of them or something, but I decided on torches. So you put a torch underneath each one. I did that because it's easy, or I find it easier to turn them all off and on, because it's easier to run wiring to them, in my opinion. I'm sure lots of you could come up with other ways to do this. And I was like, well, now I'm going to also need torches for the table. So I laid down a layer of wool and put torches under each one of the pistons. So now when you come up, you've got your dining room set, or your dining room table and chairs. So now the challenge is to turn them all off and on simultaneously. So again, I started with the outside. I was like, these outside torches will be easy. I'll just run redstone through here. Just like so. And then when you place a torch or give that redstone power, all of those will turn off simultaneously. And that set of chairs will be down. And I was like, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So I did that to both sides. And for those of you that don't know, the reason I'm coming out a block right here, like that, instead of just like running it like this, the redstone won't actually turn on or off that torch. It has to run directly into the block to turn on or off that torch. So there we go. I've got both sides wired up. Both sides should be working. Let's place a torch. And perfect. Chairs are gone. So now the next challenge was the table. And I was like, well, there's no way to get in here and place, you know, repeaters or redstone or anything without these torches affecting it or being in the way. So I decided to drop down yet another level. And I was like, I'll just put another layer of red wool here, throw some torches on top of that, and now all those torches that were on up above this are now going to be off. So now the problem is that they're actually reversed, because these torches are constantly powering those torches. So when there's no power running through those, these will be up and the table will be down. But that's an easy enough problem to fix, and I'll get to that right after I build the door and get the buttons laid out, because the rest of the wiring is heavily dependent on where your buttons are. Alright, so now that I've laid out the door, basically all I did was center it with the table itself and make it 1 block wider on each side, because presumably this is going to be inside your house and you don't need doors or anything that lead to it. If you do add doors, of course your wiring will be slightly different, but here's what I've decided to do, and that's how I did that one over there, is I put the button in the middle of a 3x3 wall, and then I placed a torch on the back side. So anytime you push that button, it will turn that torch off temporarily. But basically, we need to run this redstone down and to a RS NOR latch. Oops, I'm sorry. Not supposed to be using planks. I'm supposed to be using red wool. Those are not necessary. Okay. So now we can run our wiring down. And the type of RS NOR latch I decided to use was, hold on, I'm just laying something out. Okay. Was a RS NOR latch like this. It's really simple. Actually, hold on, let's back that up one more. Yeah, I'll make it work. This is going to be an RS NOR latch. We're going to put a repeater here. Wait, wrong way. Put a repeater that way, and a repeater that way, and then you put a torch here and here. So basically what happens here is anytime, say I send power in from here, which of course I don't have a lever, which would be nice, but whatever. We'll go like this, and we'll go like this. So if I push this button, it'll switch it. So now this side has power, and when I push this again, now this side has power and that side does not. So it just kind of remembers the last command it got. So one of these buttons is going to make the table all rise, and the other one's going to make the whole table go down. So we'll remove those real quick, although those will be our leads. In fact, this one will be like this. And I need to put a torch here, because if you have constant power coming from that torch, it won't let the RS NOR latch work properly, because both sides have a torch that's going to be on constantly. So I just wired it down and turned off the power right there. And we're going to do the same on this side. Oops. And this one will just bring down like this. And that has power, that has power, and these all have power. Okay, so we'll go like that, and we'll go like this. And what? That's in the wrong place? What did I do? Yeah, okay, I put those in the wrong place. There you go. So now you run it down here like this, and again we're going to put a torch down here, just so the constant power from that torch is off. Now, if we come up here and we push one of these buttons, that side is on. You push this other button, and it switches it. So this button is going to be what raises and lowers the table. So what we're going to do is take the power from this torch, place a redstone dust there, or actually let's just place a repeater there, and then we'll take our redstone dust and we'll run it off to both of these sets of redstone that lift and lower the chairs. And it'll be just like this. Perfect. So now the chairs are down. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the down button. You push this one and they'll come up. Now we just have to wire the table itself to do the same thing. And it's pretty easy. Basically you're going to come off this point right here, and we're going to run redstone under here like this. Place all your dust here, and place a torch here and here. Oops. And I don't have white wool. Okay. So we're going to place a torch here and here, redstone dust here, and then we're going to run our power this way again. And you do have, because you have to power both sides of these, you have to power all these blocks to turn off these torches, and you have to power all the blocks on this side to turn off those torches. And we're going to do that using just repeaters. Just point a repeater at each block, and when that torch turns on, all those will turn off. And same with this side over here. Let me just get it laid out, and I will show you. No, I don't need to make these red, but if I don't, someone's going to yell at me. Perfect. Now, when you push this button, oh yeah, down button, I'm sorry. Push that button, they'll all come up. You push this button, and they'll all go down. So there you have it. That is how you make a retractable dining room table and chairs. I guess I could count all the redstone it uses and leave a little bubble at the end with a list of all the materials you would need. So guys, I appreciate you watching. I wish and hope that you will thumbs up, comment, and favorite this video, and I will see you next time.